mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Welcome to Out the Lunch here on WRMN as we have reached the noon hour. 12:07 is your time, and our radio shopping show is on this afternoon at 3. Our Redemption Center is now open. If you would like to stop by and shop or pick up an item, we're at 14 Douglas Avenue, of course, here in downtown Elgin, and our current Redemption Center hours now Monday through Friday from noon to 3. We're currently sitting at 45 degrees, an overcast day here in the Fox River Valley after we had that rain last night. Winds currently out of the north at 14 miles per hour, and we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Actually, the temperature might start to fall just a couple of degrees now between now and 5 o'clock. In fact, let's check that forecast to get this hour started on the show. 45, pretty much where we're going to be for the daytime high today. Falling down to 34 degrees for your overnight low tonight under a mostly cloudy sky. And then tomorrow, sunshine with a high of 50. More of the Fox Valley forecast coming your way in just a couple of moments. Top news stories that I have for you as we start the noon hour today. Locally, we had a killer fire in McHenry County happen early this morning, as 2 people, a cat and a dog, killed in a house fire near Union, Illinois. Early this morning, the blaze broke out at the home of the 9600 block of Knolltop Road in unincorporated Union and was reported by a passerby about 4:10 a.m. after they saw flames coming from the front of the home. The Marengo Fire and Rescue District and the Union Fire Protection District, as well as 15 neighboring agencies, responded to the blaze, which was brought under control within about 25 minutes, but not before the damage was done. Firefighters found 2 adults, a dog, and a cat all inside the home. According to the news release from the Marengo Fire Protection District, all pronounced dead at the scene, according to fire officials. The cause of the fire remains under investigation by the Office of the Illinois State Fire Marshal, Marengo Fire and Rescue Districts, Union Fire Protection District, and the McHenry County Sheriff's Office. Sad news out of Union, Illinois, earlier this morning. We have had a slight social media meltdown today. Users of Meta's Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Messenger platforms are experiencing login issues in what appears to be a widespread outage this morning. Some freaky things going on with the social media world. I even was trying to access the Elgin Police Department Facebook page a couple of hours ago and was having trouble getting there. Internet Traffic Observer Down Detector is reporting vast outages on several Meta platforms today. The problems are being reported across the world, suggesting that the outage could be global. London-based internet monitoring firm NetBlocks said on X that 4 Meta platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and Threads, were currently experiencing outages related to login sessions in multiple countries. But the firm, which advocates for internet freedom, said there was no sign of country-level internet disruptions or filtering, which are typically imposed by governments. Andy Stone, who's Meta's head of communications, acknowledged that the issues on X, formerly known as Twitter, said the company is working on those issues right now. So if you're having any issues with social media, it might not be your problem. It might be a problem that's happening around the world today. WRMN News Time is 12:13, actually 12:10, here on this Tuesday morning. In other news out of Elgin here locally, we have tech innovations, maybe above my head, but I can read the story anyway. Elgin plans to harness the power of generative artificial intelligence to make it easier for residents to engage with the city via web chat and text messaging and receive real-time answers. The City Council gave preliminary approval last Wednesday to a contract with Citybot.io to provide web and text-based chat services that use city's source information. While the information from the chatbot is sourced from the city's website, Elgin's Chief Technology Officer Aaron Cosentino acknowledged the site can be difficult to navigate and contains a lot of jargon with which residents might not be familiar. In addition to working around the bureaucratic lingo and legalese in English, the chatbot can communicate in 71 different languages. The chatbot option is considerably cheaper than using online chat live, which the city estimated could cost more than $150,000 annually. The 3-year contract with Citybot is under $30,000 for the first year, then goes to $21,600 and $23,300 respectively for the next 2 years. Citybot will offer both web-based and text-based AI chat. The web-based will be in the form of a widget in the corner of the city's website. When interactions with the chatbot require human intervention, such as a service request, the conversations are immediately sent as a 311 request. The company will work with city staff to build in the most common scripts, allowing the bot to collect specific information based on the direction of the conversation. If, for example, a resident asks about a downed tree branch, the bot will know to ask for the address and if the branch is blocking the street. The company will help the city market the bot. It is not Elgin's first foray into using AI. Back in October of last year, the City Council approved an agreement with the company that uses AI to review high-resolution images of the city's street network to measure ADA ramp slopes. The city's antivirus software also uses machine learning, as do services employed by the Elgin Police Department for aggregating publicly available information in the investigative process. It is 12:11 now, actually 12:13. I can't see the time right. 12:13 here at WRMN AM 1410, and we're on YouTube now if you want to join us and say hey. We're on YouTube, on WRMN's YouTube page as well. It is 12:13. We'll check a couple of sports stories coming up in just a moment here on Out to Lunch. Later on this hour and the next hour, we'll be joined by Sonar, who will take you through the second hour of Out to Lunch today on day 2 of our new lunchtime programming show here at WRMN, live from 14 Douglas Avenue. Redemption Center open 12 to 3. Come see us if you'd like to. There's a hidden gem in Elgin's South End. It harkens back to the days when going to a diner with family and friends was where everybody gathered for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Ray's Family Restaurant at 801 St. Charles Street in Elgin is a diner that you'll love with tasty food. The atmosphere and the staff are friendly and fast. They're open until 3 p.m. daily. You can never go wrong with Ray's. Visit raysfamilyrestaurant.com. That's raysfamilyrestaurant.com.
The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch options for you, and now the coffee bar is open for you to enjoy. Stop in and enjoy a relaxing cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, and if you're hungry, the Triple Berry Cafe is ready to provide you with homemade goodness. Enjoy omelets, skillets, pancakes, crepes, waffles, and much more for breakfast. Stop in at the Triple Berry Cafe for lunch and enjoy signature sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, and healthy options are available as well. Triple Berry Cafe, just off Randall Road in Crystal Lake, now with a coffee bar.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644. It's the time of the year where storms and inclement weather can pop up unexpectedly. If you have a generator powered by a small engine, keep it running like a top. Don't do the tune-up yourself. Let Ames Small Engine Repair at 674 Laurel Street in Elgin handle your generator. Ames can do oil changes, spark plugs, and make all the necessary adjustments. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, Ames Small Engine can do it all. Don't forget it's not too early to think about a lawnmower tune-up. Call 847-742-8750. 12:15 here at WRMN as Out to Lunch moves forward. It's a little brighter outside at the moment, but still a cloudy day. We're sitting at 45 degrees this hour. Forecast for the rest of the day, much the same, going to stay on the cloudy side. And we will stick at about 45, maybe even drift a degree or two down over the next few hours. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low of 34. Tomorrow, sunshine and a high of about 50. Mostly cloudy and 34 tomorrow night. And then for your Thursday, partly sunny skies and a high of 52. So some sunshine back in the forecast the next couple of days. 40% chance of rain tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with a low of 41. And then Friday looks like a rainy day, as rain is likely, cloudy skies and a high of about 50 on your Friday. A 70% chance of some Friday rain. Rain still likely on Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 34. Chance of rain on Saturday as well, mostly cloudy with a high of 44. And then even a little rain, snow mix possible late Saturday night, a low of 28 before another 44-degree day on Sunday under a mostly sunny sky. So we're back to kind of seasonal weather, maybe even still slightly above the regular temperature for this time of the year. I would say about average, right? 45 degrees this hour here at WRMN. And we're on YouTube, and I'll be on the air tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the first shift, of course. And during our show tomorrow, Larry Jones is back. He's back from Naples, and he will join me in the studio. And our show now in the morning is from 6 until 9. Tomorrow morning we are planning to go to the Brian Kilmeade Show in its entirety, starting at 9 a.m. I'll be doing the local breaks. I'm still trying to refine all that and refine our new automated system here. So you're hearing some glitches and some mistakes from time to time, but we're working through it. It is 12:18, and a couple of sports stories, and we're going to try to cover some local sports more in the coming months, and not just report on the Cubs and the White Sox, but maybe some local information from high schools and Judson College and things of that nature. But today I got some pro sports for you. They're dreaming in Chicago, aren't they? Dream, dream, dream. The developer working with the White Sox to build a new stadium in the South Loop said yesterday he is trying to forge a financing partnership with the Chicago Bears that could pave the way for Chicago to build two new stadiums at the same time. Can you believe in that? Wouldn't it be unbelievable for our city if you were to see two amazing facilities for these great sports teams built at once, said Kurt Bailey, president of Related Midwest, which oversees the vacant 62-acre site known as the 78. where the new White Sox ballpark would be built. Yeah, the pictures are impressive, no doubt. I'm a Bears fan. I want to partner with the Bears to create these two great environments and make our city even better, said Bailey, a dreamer. Yes, we have spoken with the Bears, and I am very optimistic on putting together something with that great franchise. They're a terrific franchise, and we look forward to both trying to do something great for the city of Chicago at the same time. Do you think the Bears are not going to move to Arlington Heights now? Or do you think they're still on their way to Arlington Heights? It's something we might discuss with Larry Jones tomorrow morning when he joins me for the first shift. Live in Studio 14 tomorrow morning from 7 until 9. Larry will be with me. We'll go through our staff meeting like I do every day, saying hey to everybody on YouTube and people that send me a text, which you're welcome to do right now, by the way, if you're listening, at 901-647-1240. Share some information with me at 901-647-1240. That's my cell phone number. Always looking forward to hearing from you. And in other sports news, if you are an NFL fan, like I am, have been for a long time, then this is interesting news from Denver. It's not a surprise, but just a sign of how things can change very quickly in someone's career. Just a couple of years ago, he was considered a superstar in the NFL at the quarterback position, and now he's kind of an outcast. Has he lost his talent that quickly? Or have the circumstances just changed for Russell Wilson? The Denver Broncos are releasing quarterback Russell Wilson, ending their increasingly tempestuous pairing after 2 seasons and making the 9-time Pro Bowl selection available to other NFL teams next week as a free agent. Wilson will go somewhere. Someone will pick him up, as long as he's not unsignable because of money factors. The Broncos informed Wilson of the move yesterday, according to a person familiar with the deliberations. The team later confirmed the decision, saying it will become official next week after the start of the new league year, which marks the opening of free agency and the resumption of trade activity. So Russell Wilson spent so many great years as the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. And then I guess Pete Carroll and the Seahawks could maybe see that he was declining in his ability a little bit. Denver was hungry for a quarterback at the time 2 years ago, and they traded for Russell Wilson, thinking he could help solve the Broncos' problems. He is not. After 2 pretty mediocre years in Denver, Wilson is gone. And the Broncos will start over again with Sean Payton as the head coach there, of course. They have a good head coach in place, and I guess he just didn't go well with Russell Wilson as far as their chemistry was concerned. So the Broncos move on, and Russell Wilson will move on as well. We'll have lots of Chicago Bears talk as we figure out what the Bears are going to do with Justin Fields. And with the number 1 pick in the overall upcoming NFL draft, not too far away. Our phone lines are always open when Tim Calderwood joins us on the show. And Tim is on Friday mornings. He's the play-by-play voice of the Schaumburg Boomers. Speaking of local sports, we plan on doing some having a relationship with the Schaumburg Boomers this year. We'll see what we can do with Schaumburg and Boomers baseball. Very popular these days. And Tim Calderwood's popular with us. He'll be on with us Friday morning at 9:15 to catch up on the Cubs and the White Sox and the NFL and other sports. And you're always welcome to share your insight by calling us during that 15-minute sports segment at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And that's the phone number that you are welcome to call during this show as well. Sonar and Big Bad Ben may take over here in a little while. Ben's not here physically today, but he might join Sonar via Zoom in the next hour. Those two combined on their first show here on WRMN yesterday afternoon in the 1 o'clock hour. And I'll have some first shift 411 coming for you in just a few minutes. And the phone lines are always open if you want to share something or participate in Tradio. It's not really official as a half-hour Tradio show as a part of this show. But with the phone lines being open, you are always welcome to call. And you can buy, sell, trade, or announce upcoming events that you would like to invite the public to. All right, let's see what else is happening. Well, this week is actually Illinois. See how you find it here. It's Illinois Severe Weather Preparedness Week. And it's a great time to review personal weather safety plans for home, work, school, on the road, and elsewhere. It allows decision makers to review preparedness plans to ensure they have adequate means to monitor the weather and shelter individuals. The City of Elgin's Office of Emergency Management reminds you that it is Illinois Severe Weather Preparedness Week. Great time to develop and review personal severe weather safety plans for use at home, work, school, or in your vehicle, and for outdoor activities. Planning ahead and knowing what to do might save your life. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., the siren will go off. A statewide tornado drill will occur at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning in recognition of Preparedness Week and to coincide with the routine NOAA weather radio weekly test. So beware, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. you'll hear sirens in the area. And I want to say thanks to Beth Drendel and also to Sherry Aschenbrenner for passing me her information. Beth was on recently on Sherry Senior Showcase, and Beth is going to come into the studio tomorrow during Out to Lunch. And she's with the Kane County Emergency Management Agency. And I spoke to her on the phone a short time ago. And Beth Drendel's going to stop in tomorrow at 12:30. And we'll get some safety tips, some weather tips, tornado tips, and all that good stuff from her. She was really good when she was on Sherry Aschenbrenner's show here recently. And I guess with it being Illinois Severe Weather Preparedness Week, it's a good time to have Beth back. So Beth will be my guest tomorrow morning, or tomorrow during the midday show, the Out to Lunch show at 12:30, right here on WRMN. As we will have local guests, we'll be broadcasting live from different places, and we'll make things happen here on Out to Lunch with WRMN each day, Monday through Friday, noon until 2. Got a brand new show coming up in the 2 o'clock hour. And it is a financial program, so please listen in for that today. That's from 2 to 3 this afternoon. It is Straight Money Talk. And that'll be our show from 2 until 3. And then the radio shopping show is on from 3 until 6 this afternoon. And on the radio shopping show, of course, Magnificent Matt will take you through it. You can see what we have available on the shop show by going to our website at WRMN1410.com. But for a little preview, let's go over the top 10 on the radio shopping show today. 12:28, by the way, here on Out to Lunch, and 45 degrees outside here in downtown Elgin and around the Fox River Valley. Sweet Basil Cafe of Algonquin's number 1 on the top 10 today on our shop show. We have $10 certificates to Sweet Basil Cafe for $4. Number 2 is Lifeline HVAC of Dundee. An $89 certificate is available for $29. Lake in the Hills Tattoo, number 3, $50 certificate to get you started on your brand new wonderful tattoo. Available for $15 on the radio shopping show today. The good people over at Ames Small Engine Repair are ready to go at it again this year. They haven't had to work too much on snow blowers, as we had a pretty mild winter, but they're getting the lawnmowers ready, as it will not be long. Within a couple of weeks, I'm thinking, the grass is going to show signs of needing to be cut because it's already turning green. And now we've had some rain last night. We have another front of rain coming through on Friday and Friday night and Saturday morning. And so we're going to get some moisture. A lot of rain last night. So get the lawnmower ready. I'm on my way to Ames very soon. Ames Small Engine Repair, a $20 certificate's available on the radio shopping show today for $6. Zany's Comedy Club of Rosemont, number 5, a $60 pair of tickets to Zany's, $14 on the shop show today. Grand Country Music Hall, Branson. Take it on down to Branson. A $100 pair of tickets to the Grand Country Music Hall of Branson is available for you on the radio shopping show for a cost of $40. Number 7 is the Illinois Railway Museum of Union, where they had that fire that I reported on a short time ago. A $32 pair of tickets to the Illinois Railway Museum, that is. That's not where the fire was, by the way. It was at a house. $32 pair of tickets for $10. Galati's Hideaway of Cary, $15 certificates for $5 on the shop show today. Pita Pita of Palatine, $10 certificates for $4. Tommy's Red Hots is number 10, your choice of locations. A $10 certificate to Tommy's, available for $4. And we have a couple of super saver items of the day on our website today. The Egyptian Theater of DeKalb. They got a tribute band for the band ELO. Evil Woman. American ELO, taking place on the 9th. Today's the 5th, so that would be on Saturday, right? This Saturday night, 7:30, over at the Egyptian Theater of DeKalb. We have a $54 pair of tickets for $10. And Super Saver item number 2 is at the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. A pair of tickets to go see the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. Pair of tickets, and that show is coming up this Sunday, March the 10th at 7 p.m., a Sunday night with the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. $50 pair of tickets for $10 on the radio shopping show today. Super Saver items of the day. If you want to order between now and 3 o'clock, please call our Redemption Center at 847-741-7700. That's the number over in the Redemption Center. Matt standing by for you now. 847-741-7700. Current hours in the Redemption Center, noon to 3, and the radio shopping show from 3 until 6. And a reminder that for the time being, at least temporarily, we will have no Redemption Center hours or live radio shopping show this coming Saturday. But we will have a Best of Shop show on the air between 8 and noon this Saturday on WRMN. It's 12:33 and 45 degrees outside. It's brighter than it's been, like the sun's even trying to make a little bit of an effort here, but I'm not sure if it's going to succeed, as the temperature holds in the mid-40s for the rest of the afternoon. Coming up, I will take a look at some First Shift 411, probably close this hour with some born-on dates of the lates and greats and milestones and memories, as Out to Lunch continues. I mentioned we're on YouTube. I did see one comment from, I believe it was Northwest Wes and Northwest Wesley Jr. II. And nice hearing you in the afternoon, says Northwest Wes. Appreciate the additional local programming on YouTube. He's able to check in during his daytime travels. Listen on YouTube, listen on the radio station, and stay tuned for more ways to hear WRMN moving forward. It is 12:34. And more of Out to Lunch is on the way. We'll be on the air until 2 p.m. Keep it right here on Elgin's radio station, serving the Fox River Valley since 1949. Be sure to catch the First Shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide. because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
I am Brenda Rogers, Democratic candidate for Kane County Recorder. I am asking for your vote on March 19th. Two things among many that I want to do is to stay abreast of technology, making sure that the website is user-friendly, making sure that our residents are aware of the services offered to them, especially our seniors and military veterans. Vote Brenda Rogers, Kane County Recorder, paid for by citizens to elect Brenda Rogers.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 and Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Mazzianos.com.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. For great quality tasting Italian food and pizza, make your destination the Italian Pizza Kitchen on Irving Park in Roselle. The freshest Italian ingredients are used at Italian Pizza Kitchen, where the plentiful pasta dishes are created from old home recipes. Try the piping hot pizza or other favorites like the fall off the bone ribs. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for outstanding food and service. From their family to yours, Buon Appetito. Call 630-582-1900.
Renata's Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German Restaurant, with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German Restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German Restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com. Hey. Welcome back. It's 12:38 here at WRMN. AM 1410 and on YouTube this hour. I just talked to Sonar a little bit during the break. Sonar is going to be taking over at 1 and taking you through the 2 o'clock, or until 2, so taking you through the 1 o'clock hour. I don't think he's going to have Big Bad Ben with him today, so if you want to call Sonar and keep him company and talk to him about the radio station a little bit, please feel free. Phone lines will be open next hour at 847-931-1410. They're open now if you have anything you want to buy, sell, trade, announce to the public an upcoming event, and that's what I'm about to do as we go into a little first shift 411. 5K is getting underway. In fact, they're going to have a big one as a part of the St. Charles St. Patrick's Day parade coming up on Saturday. So let me shift gears real quick and see if I can find information about that. This Saturday, St. Charles is having their St. Patrick's Day parade. I think St. Charles and Dundee both cheat a little bit. They look to bring in as much bar and restaurant revenue as they can. They figure St. Patrick's Day by itself will do that, and the weekend surrounding St. Patrick's Day, so they have a lot of parties and things like that at different bars and restaurants and whatnot. Well, you know, a parade will bring another extra crowd to your downtown, so why not have the parade the weekend before? And I think that's why Dundee and St. Charles both do that. During the St. Patrick's Day parade in St. Charles this weekend, the actual parade is at 2 o'clock, but in the morning, they are having an 8K. Not a 5K, but an 8K. It is called the Brew Hop Fun Run, hosting the Shamrockin' St. Charles 8K and 1 mile family fun walk. And it's at Potawatomi Park. It all starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. A portion of the proceeds from this event will go to benefit St. Charles Park District Athletics. And if you want to run in it or walk in it, and make that the first part of your day in St. Charles, perhaps, you can register by visiting brewhopfunrun.com. That's brewhopfunrun.com. To find more information on the St. Charles St. Patrick's Day Parade, go to stcstpatricksparade.com. stcstpatricksparade.com. You could always call the St. Charles Business Alliance at 630-443-3967 for more information as well. That's 630-443-3967. So there's a run coming up this weekend. Next Tuesday on the first shift at 8:15, I'm going to be joined by Jen Keller and Glenn the Catalyst Camps and Sam Parker. Sam's running in the Chicago Marathon later on this year. Glenn, of course, is a manager that spends a lot of time over at Dick Pond Athletics, right there by where the St. Charles St. Patrick's Day Parade is going to be. And Dick Pond Athletics and Glenn the Catalyst Camps helped me out quite a bit, helped us out with our 5K last year, our Rapid Response 5K that we had as a part of America's First Responders Fest. By the end of this month or within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to see if we can't get some updated information about our festival for this year up on our website at afrfest.org. That's afrfest.org. That's our website for the festival. And as soon as we have some things etched in stone, the music lineup and things of that nature, you can see all the information there. And also there's an America's First Responders Fest Facebook page. But our 5K is called the Rapid Response 5K. We're planning to have it again this year on September the 7th, starting at 10 a.m., probably leading into the beginning of America's First Responders Fest on the morning of September the 7th. That's the Saturday after Labor Day weekend. So maybe you can practice up for our 5K by walking or running in these other ones. And one of the reasons Jen is going to be here next Tuesday on my show is to talk about Pads of Elgin. They're having a 5K on the 27th of April. It's the Home Run 5K and 1 mile fun run. And it actually starts at 8:30 a.m. at Festival Park, downtown Elgin. You can go to padsofelgin.org for more information on their great organization that helps take care of our homeless population here in the city of Elgin. Helps people get back on their feet. PADS does. And I'm thinking if you go to the website, you can find some information on how to sign up for the 5K. And again, the Home Run 5K, 1 mile fun run, is Saturday, April the 27th. At Festival Park in downtown Elgin. That's where the 5K is going to fire up. You can hear more about that, maybe the course a little bit. The Foxtrot, which is a couple of months away still. And then our 5K run in early September. It's the 5K Connection that we're trying to form a little chain where runners will run in all three, starting with this one on the 27th of April. 12:44 here at WRMN. Well, voting is underway, so if you would like to vote in the primary, now's the time. If you run by City Hall, which I will be doing in a little while, running physically by City Hall, then you'll see all kinds of signs in the grass outside of City Hall and outside of the Gail Borden Public Library and outside of the Elgin Township Building, and I imagine everywhere where voting is open and available right now. Those are three of our nearest locations if you are in the Elgin area. On the west side, Elgin Township, 729 South McLean Boulevard, 9 to 5, all week long. Saturday, if you can't make it till Saturday, it's 9 to noon. And Sunday hours, 10 to 4. Same hours for the Gail Borden Public Library here in downtown Elgin at 270 North Grove. Gail Borden, this week, 9 to 5. Saturday, 9 to noon. Sunday, 10 to 4. And the hours are a little bit different at City Hall here in downtown Elgin. But you can vote there. They're going to be at City Hall. Open voting is taking place for a few more minutes today, only until 1 o'clock, all week from 9 until 1. And City Hall in downtown Elgin is at 150 Dexter Court. So those are the three closest locations if you're in the Elgin area. You want to go north a little bit, there's Carpentersville, the fire station number 93 and 5000 Sleepy Hollow Road. 9 to 5 this week, 9 to noon Saturday, 10 to 4 Sunday. Let's see. Other locations in that direction include the Village of West Dundee at 102 South 2nd Street. Their voting hours this week are 9 to 4. They are not having voting there on Saturday and Sunday. So it's the Village of West Dundee, 9 to 4, today through Friday, and then again starting next Monday. So those are the immediate north locations. To the west, we have the Campton Community Center, a little south and west of Elgin, I guess. The Campton Community Center is at 5N082 Old Fox Road, Campton Hills. 9 to 3 this week, 4 until 8. March 4th through the 8th, rather. The time's 9 until 3. We have the Hampshire Township out west at 170 Mill Avenue in Hampshire. And their hours are 9 to 4 this week, 9 to noon Saturday, and 10 to 4 on Sunday. Hampshire Township, 170 Mill Avenue. If you're a little bit further out, or maybe a little bit north, more north, you would get to Huntley, right? Along Route 47. And the Del Webb Sun City area is having a place where you can vote, a poll, an open location. That's at 12880 Del Webb Boulevard of Huntley. But their voting doesn't start there until next Monday from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That's Del Webb Sun City of Huntley, and their early voting starts next Monday. City of Batavia, all week this week at 100 North Island Avenue in Batavia, 9 to 3. And no voting there on Saturday or Sunday. Closed Saturday, Sunday. Elburn Town and Country Library at 320 East North Street. But that doesn't start until next Monday in Elburn, noon to 7. That is noon to 7 in Elburn starting next Monday. All right, so there are some of the locations. There's the Vote Mobile that's going to be around the area. It goes from different location every day, basically. And today, the Vote Mobile is actually at Elgin Community College and also will be tomorrow. So if you're an ECC student, or you go through that area down Spartan Drive. Maybe you're heading from McLean over to Randall. It's a great cut through to drive right by ECC over there. I drive down that road quite often when I go to the bank, or when I go to Planet Fitness, or when I want to head to Meijer or Menards. And the ECC location is at 1700 Spartan Drive today and tomorrow. That's the Vote Mobile. And then on the next day, which would be Thursday, right? March the 7th, it'll be at the Jewel Osco in St. Charles at 652 Kirk Road. On Saturday, the Votemobile will be at Elburn at the Jewel Osco, 800 North Main Street in Elburn. And then on Monday, they will take... Well, that's Friday, rather, in Elburn. That's Friday in Elburn. Saturday and Sunday, there will be no Votemobile. But then next Monday, it'll be back in Elgin at 1660 Larkin Avenue in Elgin, before heading to West Dundee next Tuesday and Wednesday at 1250 West Main Street, West Dundee. So there you go. There's a lot of options for you. Please get out and vote. I see on YouTube, Sweet Sandy has checked in and she says, "We voted yesterday." Way to go, Sweet Sandy and Raging Richard. They have already gotten out to vote. I have not yet. But the good news is I have plenty of options right here in downtown Elgin at Gale Borden Library, which is not far from here. I can run over there and vote, as a matter of fact. Right by my house over at the Elgin Township Building. And or anywhere, because if you are in Kane County right now and you are a registered voter in Kane County, you can stop at any of the locations that I mentioned in my list that I just went over, and you can vote. It's a lot more flexible than it used to be. We want to make sure Kane County Clerk's Office is doing a good job of trying to make sure they make it as flexible for you as possible. Whether you want to vote by mail or vote anywhere within the county, you are able to. Go to canevotes.org for more information on the entire election. That's canevotes.org. You can see candidates and all that. And the phone number to call over at the Kane County Clerk's Office in Geneva is 630-232-5990. 630-232-5990. Sonar is coming up in a few minutes with a continuation of Out to Lunch next hour. And he'll keep it on YouTube here and talk to you next hour. If you want to talk about station innovation, Sonar knows all about that. He's the tech guy. And we're still working some things out as far as how these 2 hours are going to come together each day. It'll become more natural in the coming days. Probably sometimes it'll be me and Sonar, or Sonar and Big Ben, and Dino, the operator, will be in here. Leah's going to be in from time to time. It'll be a mixture of the staff and maybe even you. And we'll have guests here on the show, like I'm going to have tomorrow at 12:30. Breath. When you combine Beth and Drendel, you might get Breath. Breath Dendel. Or Beth Drendel. And that's who we'll have tomorrow at 12:30 from the Kane County Emergency Management Agency to talk about this Illinois Emergency Awareness Month, or week, which is this week, Monday through Friday. Sirens will go off tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. all around the area. So join us for the show tomorrow morning at 12:30 with Beth and myself as my guest. All right, it is 12:53, and we'll take a quick 2-minute break here and finish up the show, finish up this hour of the show, and then Sonar will be in just a few minutes as well to join us with what he's going to talk about next hour. Straight Money Talk, 2 to 3, and then the Radio Shopping Show, 3 until 6 this afternoon. 45 degrees. The sun's trying to come out. I think the clouds are going to win today, but 45 is our current temperature here in downtown Elgin, and our Redemption Center is open till 3. Come see us.
I am Brenda Rogers, Democratic candidate for Kane County Recorder. I am asking for your vote on March 19th. 2 things among many that I want to do is to stay abreast of technology, making sure that the website is user-friendly, making sure that our residents are aware of the services offered to them, especially our seniors and military veterans. Vote Brenda Rogers, Kane County Recorder, paid for by citizens to elect Brenda Rogers.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurant's choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, 154 Gary Avenue in Bloomingdale is open. Golden Corral's legendary Endless Buffet has a variety of delicious favorites and new menu offerings for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Guests can choose from over 150 items, including grilled-to-order sirloin, pork, seafood, as well as old favorites like fried chicken, meatloaf, and mac and cheese. Golden Corral is the only one for everyone. Visit goldencorral.com.
Come see the only train-themed restaurant where all the seating is on the tracks. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill on Main Street in both Bartlett and Glen Ellen is always fun and always fresh. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill serves 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs and burgers. There's also chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and more, all loaded up on 2 Lionel O-scale trains and delivered directly to your seat. No one sits away from the fun, regardless of age. When a train arrives delivering your food, you'll smile ear to ear. Visit twotoots.com.
Hour 1 of Out to Lunch is almost in the books. And then we'll turn it over to Sonar for the second hour of the show today. And he's in the studio with me right now. And it's a 45-degree overcast day here in downtown Elgin. How's it going, Sonar?
Good. It's always great to be in here with you, sir. And I always like hearing about all of the different festivals and parades that are happening in the area.
Right.
And I keep talking about a St. Patrick's Day parade, and you keep looking at me and going, which one?
Yeah.
How many how many of them are there? But it's always a great time to come together, and if the weather can just break a little bit and we can have maybe one of those nice days, maybe we have some room for a couple of St. Patrick's Day parades.
Well, this Saturday it's only supposed to be about 44.
Oh goodness.
Which, I mean, still kind of seasonal for what it is. Maybe a little rain in the forecast. People are used to it, I guess. They'll go out there anyway. But Dundee is going to have a parade on Saturday morning. And then St. Patrick's Day, Dundee to the north and St. Patrick's Day to the south. And St. Patrick's Day is going to have, St. Charles is going to have a St. Patrick's Day parade at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So 2 parade choices this weekend here locally. You can hit both because they're spread out in time. But you've been talking to the people from Aurora, right?
Absolutely. That's the St. Patrick's Day parade that's going to happen next weekend.
When it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
Right?
But
I mean, St. Patrick's Day itself is on the 17th.
it is.
Yeah.
But you have time for 2 parades, because if you walk down the parade, it fast forwards. So if they're coming the other direction, if you walk the opposite direction of a parade, you fast forwarding the parade. Then you have enough time to go to both.
Okay. True.
Or if you really like it and you want to pause, you can just walk with the people.
Yeah.
And say, like you kind of do with the DVR or the TiVo or anything else that you've got recording for you. Parades are kind of like that. You just got to move yourself.
I guess so, yeah. I prefer standing still myself, but we have 2 minutes until the top of the hour here. We have a quick phone call, 847-931-1410. So let's squeeze in good old Bob real quick. Hey, Bob.
Hey, guys. I
Seven.
just turned on radio on a few moments ago up and away, and I think I heard you say that they were going to be testing the emergency sirens tomorrow
Yeah, tomorrow at 11 a.m.
at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. We checked them every first Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m.
Right. And they went off again this morning at 10, but I guess tomorrow they're going to try it again.
This is a regular monthly test. Every first Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m.
Right. But I guess because of Illinois Severe Weather Preparedness Week, they're going to be setting a stateside tornado drill occurring at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With those storms, you want to make sure everything is working. But the problem of testing if everything's working is you got to warn everybody that you're going to light the alarms off.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it is I haven't heard anything about it. I happen to be emergency management director.
Well, maybe South Elgin's not doing it.
Did you check your email, Bob?
Yeah, I usually do, but that wouldn't be the first time.
All right. Okay. Well, maybe you'll have it going on tomorrow too, Bob. Well, thanks for the call.
Take care.
All right, buddy. Bye. All right. It is 40 seconds or so until the top of the hour here. So you're going to take over next hour, Sonar, and what you going to touch on?
We're going to touch on a couple storm issues, and then a segment that I like to do on my show called The Blind Spot, where we look at the news and what the news is reporting.
Okay, so that'll be next hour. So join Sonar. Don't turn your dial. He's going to sit over here where I am and take over the controls here. And it'll be hour 2 of Out to Lunch. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with the first shift. Keep it right here on WRMN AM 1410 and on YouTube. Happy Wednesday.
Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Kane County making sure everyone's aware of their monthly meetings of the board or board committees. They're held on the second floor of the Building A at Kane County Government Center, 719 South Batavia Avenue in Geneva. The executive meeting March 6th, the county board on March 12th, Human Services on March 13th, and you can find the full list of meetings at countyofkane.org. Indian Prairie Educational Foundation inviting you to join them for their third annual Inspire Gala set to take place on Friday, March 8th at the White Eagle Country Club from 7 to 10 p.m. Find details by contacting the Indian Prairie Education Foundation. The newest edition of the City of Elgin newsletter is available now. You can look for it at Gail Borden Library. You can download a copy on the City of Elgin social media. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
That doesn't sound good.
Paper shredder's jammed, but I think I fixed it.
Oh, well, try shredding these $50 bills then.
Seems like it's working.
Better try another $400.
Stop. Instead of using money, use regular paper. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Paul.
I run a farm with my family, and thanks to Cricket 5G, I know they can reach me, even when I'm out walking our dog Valentine.
Good dog, Valentine. Big nationwide 5G. Get fast 5G on 4 lines for only $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer pay for testimonial. Discounts vary per line. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
You never know what you might hear in the morning on the first shift with Marky B and friends. And for many years now, Mark's best friend on the radio has been his radio partner, Larry Jones, who joins him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. And they really do seem to get along swell.
The summer just got away.
Yeah. We look forward to summer for so long.
I don't think I want to live like somewhere where it's never cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you have 9 and 3.
Yeah.
9 months summer, 3 months winter.
Yeah. How about a 7-2-1-2 split? Yeah. Like 7 months of summer. 2 fall, 1 winter. So we can have that taste of winter and Christmas.
You know, that's not a bad formula, Mark.
Yeah.
News, weather, traffic, sports, and local information and entertainment in the Fox River Valley. It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Men's Hoop Sunday, Valpo beat Illinois State 75-72. Northern Iowa over Southern Illinois 82-70. Missouri State beat UIC 69-59. The Missouri Valley Conference Tournament starts Thursday. NBA tonight, the Bulls are on the road at Sacramento. Chicago remains 9th in the Eastern Conference. They've got a 2-game lead over the 10th place Hawks. 10th place is the final playoff spot. The Bulls have alternated wins and losses over their last 4. They're coming off a 113-97 setback against the Bucks. The Blackhawks are on the road tonight visiting the Avalanche. The Hawks are winless in 6, just 1-6-3 in their last 10. Colorado, meanwhile, chasing the Stars and Jets for the lead in the Central Division. The Avs currently 4 points out of first place. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Picture this. It's Saturday morning and you're on your John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground on your new landscaping project. Next, you're moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever. And now, you're enjoying the warmth of the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand everything you can do with a John Deere compact tractor, you just have to get in the seat.
Welcome into WRMN 1410 out to lunch. So I guess welcome out to WRMN. Even though we are in the studio right here, 14 Douglas in Elgin, we do try to cover the entire Fox River Valley. The Fox River Valley got hit last night, my goodness, with some storms. And I have been running around all day just turning stuff back on. If you have any good storm stories from yesterday, what did you see? Did you dodge lightning? Did you capture it in a bottle? What did you do? What did you see? Did anything happen to anything that you've been, I guess, owning? Did your car get hit? Did your tree fall down? Give me a call right here, out to lunch. This is the lunch hour where we kind of bring you all in to the community type of feel where we're all just hanging out for lunch. Thank you very much for eating that sandwich with me. Sitting around having your break, just kind of relaxing out of it. Let's have a conversation. Give me a call. 847-931-1410. Again, that is 847-931-1410 right here. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. You can find me out there on the internets by Googling the same, or you can go directly to X Twitter, as I like to call it. Because it's no longer Twitter, it's X, right? Play on words, that's what we do here. Wordsmithing. That would be Sonic Engineer with the @ symbol in front of it. Of course, you can always find WRMN at WRMN1410.com. Or if you are watching on the new, brand spanking new, as they say, YouTube feed. I'm sorry, Facebook, you kicked us out too many times. You were a terrible partner. We will still have a presence on Facebook. We can still go there. Check out WRMN 1410 on Facebook, also for those radio shopping deals. But YouTube is going to be our primary vehicle of how we deliver this message to you live on the digital airwaves, as we call in the business, over the top. So part of our stream with that is we will then take everything and kind of cut it up and send it out in pieces. We're still working on our assembly line, but in coming days, you won't have to rewatch a full 3 hours. You'll get a good best of clip of everything that we've been doing here. Checking in on the old YouTubes, we've already got Sandy coming in. She voted yesterday. We voted yesterday, she says. And good on you. That is exactly what we should do. We should be voting local and voting often. Super Tuesday is underway, but that doesn't mean that you can't get the top 10 for Tuesday. We'll go through on that, but one of the ones that stuck out for me was AAM's small engine repair in Elgin. That seems like a great time to have it here because maybe you've got a generator that's sitting there. Maybe you've got something that just needs to be tuned up. Those generators you do have to start every once in a while just to keep them running. You can't just let them sit in the closet. So that is on our Top 10 Tuesday. It's number 4 if you want to check that out. Go to WRMN1410.com. We've got a caller on the line that wants to speak with us. Hello, caller. Welcome to WRMN 1410.
Yeah, hi. I was curious as to what happened to the Jamie B show.
The Jamie D show? The Jamie D show is still live streaming, I believe, on KSHP. He is out there in Vegas as well. We welcome Jamie D back anytime that he would like to come on the show here. But we've kind of making it a bit more local with people right here in the studio. Was there something that you liked about the Jamie D show, or something that
well, I just
was
know
there?
he was from Elgin, and he just had some good topics. Sometimes it was just a nice listen. You know, it was a good listen.
Yeah, did you like the motivational aspect of it, or more of the news side of it? What type of style of program do you like, sir?
I would say I liked his motivation, but he did have some good news topics too. He kind of strayed away from the politics. He didn't always get all tied up in the politics, which I liked.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, there's no reason to get tied up in the politics, especially when you start drawing lines, right? You turn around and I've got to be on this team. That means that you have to be on that team over there. I mean, why can't we all just be on Team America, right?
Exactly, yeah, because I feel like the other guy, the Brian Kilmeade show, he's not very local, and sometimes he's like against Trump, and then he's like, oh, go Trump, and it's like, well, you need to make up your mind, buddy.
Oh, it's true. Well, of course, Trump is definitely a polarizing figure in and of himself. But at the end of the day, isn't it us citizens versus the political side of it? I mean, we got to hold our government accountable, and the only way we can do that is by working together to hold our government accountable.
Yeah, and we're all kind of fighting. Everybody's like, oh, red this, blue that. It's like, yeah, we should just meet in the middle and find something that works for everybody.
Well, where did compromise go? That's the question that I have, sir. Is where did that go? When I turn around and I call my opponent evil, or I turn around and say, well, I'm the only good, there's no room for compromise. How do you compromise with evil? Why should I ever compromise with good? So we all have to agree that we're a flawed people to begin with, and we're all just trying to make it out. And as long as I'm not trying to step on your neck to do it as a fellow American, let's all work together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I say.
That's wonderful. Well, thanks for calling. I really appreciate you you giving us your balanced opinion, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I love the radio station, and I hope it stays as good as it is.
Oh, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate that. We're going to try to do a lot more local programming here and also have an open forum for things. There's too many radio stations that are out there that want to tell you what to listen to. They want to tell you what to believe. They don't have the opportunity. And you know what it is? It's because they aren't focusing on you, sir. They didn't give you a number to call, 847-931-1410. Hop on anybody for a conversation. This is what this show is all about, is taking it back local.
All right, absolutely. Like I said, I like the radio station. I grew up in Elgin, so it's a win-win for me.
I'm looking for a good Reuben. Where do I go?
You know, a good Reuben, they actually have a really good one. It's kind of in Dundee-ish, Elgin. It's at Bennigan's. Bennigan's has a really good Reuben.
Okay. No, I'll have to try that. You said it was in Dundee?
It's right at that Holiday Inn right off of I-90, off of 31 in Elgin, I believe.
Okay. Oh, it's close.
Yes.
See, they're already getting hungry for my next lunch, ready to go. Well, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you calling in.
Hey, you have a good one. Thank you very much.
You too. And thank you, sir. I believe that was Cody. I do have a little bit of caller ID here. I'll get better at reading it. We're all trying to learn here. 847-931-1410. If you'd like to give us a call, if you'd like to open up a topic that we can come in. Oh, we've already got somebody coming in. That would be Thomas. Thomas, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Well, it's not Thomas.
Oh, no.
It's still listed under his name. This is Jackie.
Hello, Jackie.
Okay. I call the station a lot for the radio shopping show. I'm just curious. Okay, I just heard the last. I listen off and on because of other things going on that I'm doing, but I'm retired. I just curious your first name.
My name is Dennis.
Okay. Now, are you one of the, are you with the station itself now as a manager, or just a personality on the show? Or
Well, I am a jack of all trades in the industry.
Okay.
And I cut my teeth with everything, and I really appreciate it, you asking me, Jackie. But when I cut my teeth in media, it was everybody needed a media man. I can't just be, this is the thing. Okay. Well, if you're a board operator, then you just be a board operator. You clock in, clock out, be a board operator. I grew up in, as a baby broadcaster, I grew up as an independent network. So, the Genesis and Premiere and Westwood One and all of them, those are the McDonald's of my industry, and I was the little sandwich shop on the corner.
Okay. Are you from this area?
I am from Ohio. I have lived here in Illinois, over in Evanston, actually, running WCGO for about, let's see here, I came up in 15. So I'm going on 9 years of living in the area, but I grew up in the Midwest.
Okay. Well, congratulations and welcome. And I after listening a little bit, I plan to try. I know. Are you on from 1 until 2?
Well, what the goal of the show for Out to Lunch is kind of mixing up the different voices that are part of WRMN, and kind of making this kind of our lunch hour. And what we're hoping to do is actually take it on the road so you guys could go have lunch with us.
Okay. Okay, well, looking forward to it, and I know a lot of changes, and definitely going to miss a couple of people that had been with the station for quite some time, family-wise, from part of the family. We consider them because we all, we'd listen to each other as we'd call in for a radio station. We'd meet up at road shows sometimes and go, oh, well, there's a face to go with that, what we've been listening to when they're calling in. So it's always been nice, and I like the idea that you're going to be doing stuff out in the community then that people could go to. That sounds great.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. And we hope to have those people and everybody who's contributed over the 75 years of WRMN. My goodness.
I've been buying since they started 40-some years ago. And I was also buying from the Aurora station, too. Mm-hmm. And it's just been so beneficial to me, gotten me to try places I never would have tried, and just a lot of different things. So, like I said, everything changes. I worked for a company for about 50 years and saw many, many, many changes throughout that time. So just looking forward to it, and we'll listen off and on and see which I pick up. But it's one of my program channels in my car because I still am somebody that has an AM/FM radio in my 21 Subaru, and I have I have the opportunity to listen to the different things. I have a CD player too, which I put in all the time too. So
which number are we, Jackie? Which number?
You're 1410 on the AM dial.
Oh, I'm sorry, your presets. I'm saying your presets.
Oh, on my presets, you're number one.
Number one? Oh, that is great. Number one.
You're number one in the
Jackie's
preset group.
presets. WRMN 1410. That's our new tagline. I think I'm going to use.
Yeah, no, I've got. Like I said, I think there's 5 or 6 across, and I have 3 rows I can go through. You're in the number one position.
Well, I appreciate the confidence and the loyalty, and anything that we can do to bring that family back over. We've already vowed to get those voices and all the voices that have contributed to WRMN right back into it. We're working on a 75th anniversary party so that we can celebrate everyone, even the listeners such as yourself. To do it. So stay tuned.
Well, congratulations and welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
That was Jackie. We are number one on her presets right there. 1410 WRMN on the AM dial. You can also find us on YouTube. Sandy comes in on the YouTube and says, Blue Box Cafe in downtown Elgin has a good Reuben. I haven't made my way through that Reuben. I'll tell you, I have been working over here for the last 2 weeks just trying to get all of our stuff put together. And I have probably gone, eaten, got coffee at The blue box, you can find a gift certificate even at WRMN 1410 on the radio shopping show. The blue box, I have fallen in love with the Master Wrap. I am a roast beef just fiend. I love it. I need it there. Shelly says Sonar show as well as Marky B and Matt's and Leah's. I like the revamping. I love Ruben's, and I've had a really good one at the Village Square in West Dundee. I got somebody calling in, but that caller is just going to have to wait a few minutes. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, make sure we can pay our bills for our sandwiches. And when we come back, we're going to open up the phones again. This is essentially a free-form type of hour. Don't be afraid. I do have things to talk about. I'm not just going to show up here and just rely on the rest of you. But I really welcome it. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Thank you very much for being here and listening to WRMN 1410. We'll be right back.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Experts say regular auto maintenance is one of the most important things for your car. Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin covers all your automotive needs. From oil changes, brake services, and emission testing, Meineke's expert staff provides hard work and dedication with the utmost professionalism. Need an oil change? Visit Meineke in South Elgin for their 23-point inspection. Call 847-888-9644. Thirst-quenching craft beers await you on tap at the Spotted Fox Ale House in St. Charles with food and drink specials daily. Stop in on Tuesdays for half-off Black Angus burgers and $4 nitro drafts. Fridays feature the Spotted Fox Atlantic Cod Fish Fry. It's hand-dipped in Blue Moon batter, giving it a light, crispy coating, and served on a bed of fries. Grab your boots for country line dancing Saturdays. Watch all the games at the Spotted Fox. Spotted Fox is now hiring, so stop by and apply. Check out SpottedFoxAlehouse.com.
As grocery prices rise, take your family out to any of the Tommy's Red Hots location for great food at unbelievably low prices. There's 6 locations to serve you for both dine-in or carry-out. Tommy's has a diverse, delicious menu for you and your family with crispy pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and their famous hot dogs, plus so much more. Don't forget their scrumptious sides like mac and cheese bites. To see their menu and locations, visit Tommy'sRedHots.com today.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social. If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Hey there, this is Matt in the Mornings, inviting you to live large for less by listening.
Welcome back to 1410 WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. You can find me at, let's see. Apologize for that. Welcome back to 1410 WRMN. See, even the guy who programs the automation system still has some issues driving such. Welcome back to Out to Lunch. We are an open forum right here for anybody who wants to talk about the storm damage or anything else that pops into their head. We are taking calls and suggestions about the new direction of WRMN. It has a illustrious history, 75 years that has been in serving the Fox River Valley here. Don't forget that you can find more information about everything WRMN at WRMN 1410. Lots of things happening this week. St. Patrick's Day, I guess, is coming early. St. Patrick's Day on the 9th. We've got some parades. St. Charles is going to start at 2, but the one in Aurora that is going to happen, around the actual day of St. Patrick's, we are going to talk with the City of Aurora Communications Director and I believe, the Community Calendar Director. Let me pull up my text messages because, of course, that's what we do around here. Yeah, the Community Events Director, Mike Nielsen, and then also the Communications Manager, John Vagol. He will, both of them will be in studio with us Tuesday to talk about, I guess, to continue the St. Patrick's Day Parade Wars. We'll see which ones are there. And we'll see, like we were talking about even with Mark, it's okay, you could stand and watch a parade, but if you walk backwards the other direction, you can fast forward the parade. So, I mean, with this upcoming weekend of being 2 parades, you have enough time to get there. Get there on YouTube. That's also where we are streaming today, and when we plan to stream most days out there into the digital land. Just because you can pick us up anywhere on the planet doesn't mean that we still won't be talking about issues that concern the local Fox River Valley. If you've got an issue that concerns the local Fox River Valley, don't forget you can always call the station at 847-931-1410. If you want to talk to Matt, the Redemption Center is open from 12 to 3 Monday through Friday, but you can always request that we send that out to you. But Matt is standing by if you find a great deal like we have on our Top 10 Tuesday. 847-741-7700. Matt is over there on the other side. If you miss his illustrious voice, if you miss his silky smooth tenor over here in the mornings, don't forget that he will be on the air at 3. And he is going to do a mix of Tradio. Also, he is going to be taking your calls and talking a little bit more about the events that are happening. Because what we would like to do is we'd like to pair events with the radio shopping side of it. So if you're going somewhere for an event and we don't have it on the radio shopping side, you can best bet that we might have an adjacent event or something that's complementary to it, right? If you're already driving that way out there with all the gas prices and everything else, you're already traveling that direction, you might as well save some money by going to WRMN 1410 and hopping on that radio shopping show menu. Sign up for your key tag or call 847-741-7700 and Matt will walk you through anything. I went in there and I said, Matt, we had a big storm. I need somebody that I can talk about, somebody that we can bring up that's on there, that's in the radio shopping side, and maybe there's somebody in there that we can start asking about the deals and things like that. And sure enough, he said, you know what? Lifeline Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we've got a $50 gift certificate out there for just $10, right? So if you had a basement or a furnace or something where it's just leaking, heating and cooling, plumbing, Lifeline right there, WRMN1410.com. Don't forget, we've also got our super shopper item. It's SSI. I asked Matt what it was, and he's like, well, it's at the SSI. And I said, well, was it the super secret squirrel item? Is it the secret shopper inventory? What is it? He says it's SSI. You call him up and say, I want the SSI, but I'll tell you, it's a great deal. I'm not allowed to tell you about the deal. I'm just allowed to tell you that it is a great deal. You go to WRMN 1410 and see the two deals that we've got. It is, oh my goodness, you save over $40 on this. And they are both out there for tickets. I'll at least give you that. It is an event. It is a fantastic event. It is it is here in the area, and it's a pair for both. So go ahead and check out WRMN 1410, the SSI. So we are still marching our way through the different events that are happening here in the area. Don't forget, concerts in the park are going to start in the St. Charles area. Does anybody have a concert in the park area that they just love to go to around here, that they look forward to, especially something along the lines where they're playing those movies in the park, something that's great for those kids. I'm trying to get the children moved over here after school is out, so we're always looking for parks and things to go hiking and things like that. Also, I'm an avid disc golfer, so if anybody is listening right now and they have a disc golf course that they want to send a link over into the YouTube side of it, but walking, getting out there, throwing some plastic into cages, my goodness, what a great time. I know there's a lot of ball golfers out there, but it's too expensive for me. Ball golf is amazingly expensive for some reason. How much is a full set of clubs? I mean, that's a lot of metal. I can get a $9 disc, and if I leave it in the woods, man, I'll get another $9 disc down the line. But what we're going to talk about, again, is the Top 10 Tuesday side of it. The Sweet Basil Cafe is number one in Algonquin. 10 for $4. We've also got the Lifeline HVAC in Dundee, as we're talking about that. There's an even better value other than the $50. There's the $89 value for $25. And I'll give you one more before we go into one of my favorite segments that I like to do around here, or at least on my side. I like to call it Blind Spot, where we talk about the different news articles and how the news is actually reporting on them. That last one in that top 3 list I'm giving you right now is Lake in the Hills Tattoo. Piercing or tattoo, that is $50 gift certificate for $15. Go ahead and call Matt right now. He's in the Redemption Center. He'll fulfill that order for you, and you can come right by and shake his hand and say thank you very much for placing my order. That number is 847-741-7700, 847-741-7700. Thank you very much for watching on the YouTube and listening 1410 WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. So what we're going to talk about a little bit is we talked a little bit about Cody when he called in, and I hope that's the actual name you have. It's what the caller ID said, Cody, and I guess that's what I'll call you here. But essentially what I do for the blind side is everybody talks about these different articles that are out there, and based off of where you get your media and how your media is delivered to you, there's always a bias on media in general. Even right now, as I'm talking to you, there's obvious bias for me. I like you to listen to my stuff. Right there. I've already got some sort of bias that's coming through, so I have to already put some kind of entertainment behind it. So I try to do it with my quips and my good looks. My good looks that are perfect for radio. YouTube, not so much. But what I try to do is not only when I have a fact or see something that's in there, I try to track down its source. Where did I get this from? Why would this person say this thing? What was the side for it there? So I am a big advocate for political literacy. I think the more that we are involved, the more that we get to voice our opinion, and the more that we hear others voice their opinion, the stronger our democracy is, and the more ideas that flow. Now, there are some good ideas, there are some bad ideas. That's what you're going to get just in general discourse to begin with. But why hide your own idea? If you believe something, believe it. Believe it all the way. Go all the way through it. So right there's always baked in bias in the things that we talk about and the things that are delivered for you. I mean, the guy at the sandwich shop is obviously going to try to get you to think that their Reuben is the best. And game on, let's go. Let's try to find the best one. The person at the bus stop is still going to try to get you to take a longer bus or anything like that. Or maybe somebody that you're talking to in a spiritual group that says, hey, why don't you come to my church? There's always something, and whether or not we have awareness of these biases are apparent. And algorithms don't necessarily do it. Now, you can argue about the news that's come out about ChatGPT and all the other AI problems that are there, forcing a bias into it, but the numbers don't lie. So I like to do a segment that I like to call Blind Spot, and I get it from ground.news. If you're ever looking for a app or I guess a source about sources, ground.news is highly recommended on my side. And the reason I pull these up is so that I can actually see who is reporting on all of this stuff. So the first thing I want to pull up is a bias distribution that is essentially only being reported on the right side. So you with maybe a tinge of blue or something like that, or only get their news for MSNBC. You may not have heard about this. A.G. Garland calls voter ID laws unnecessary. It is covered by 9 different articles, all by Breitbart, National Desk, the Epoch Times, the Daily Wire, etc. And they are all slightly right-leaning news organizations. But Attorney General Garland pledged to fight voter ID in Selma, calling them discriminatory and unnecessary. Garland highlighted voting rights history, mentioning issues faced by Black Americans and voters of color. The Justice Department is combating restrictive laws, doubling lawyers to challenge discriminatory restrictions on ballot access. So obviously that is a topic that the blue side of the House doesn't necessarily like to talk about. But we as Americans, we have IDs for lots of things. Now, I won't go as far as saying the same thing what Donald Trump said of we have to have voter ID to buy bread. But I have an ID. I have an ID that to drive a car. When I am exercising my privileges, I need the ID to make sure that I'm allowed to have those privileges. And remember what I said, that was privileges, not rights. We have rights. I have rights to say things. I have rights to be places. Those are rights where I don't necessarily need to give you an ID, but that's a right. So where do we turn around with this side of it? Is voting a right? Is voting a privilege? Where has our legislation fall upon it? That's not for me to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm sure you would love it. I'm sure you would love to sit here and just say, Dennis, tell me, please. Oh, God, please tell me. What do I need to learn? What do I need to be? Nope, sorry. Can't do it. I don't have that right to tell you what to believe. So we're just going to continue on. If you want to talk about the voter ID side, go ahead and give me a call, 847-931-1410. 10. How do you feel about it? I'm not here to say one way or the other. I'm here to facilitate a good conversation, which is what I really enjoy out of life. A good conversation. So we're just going to move on to the next topic. This side is only written from 11 different sources, and it is 64% are center, 36% are left. There is nobody on the red side that is reporting on this side of it, and I bet you can guess why. It is, what is a whale native to North Pacific doing off of New England? This is obviously a climate change type of story for it, and that could be why that bias is in there. And bias is things that you do report on and things you don't report on just as much as how you report. Scientists have confirmed the presence of a gray whale off of New England, which went extinct in the Atlantic Ocean 2 centuries ago, highlighting the impact of climate change on sea life. The gray whale, typically found in the northern Pacific Ocean, was spotted 30 miles south of Nantucket, Massachusetts, and is believed to have traveled through the ice-free Northwest Passage due to global warming. The discovery serves as a reminder of how marine species respond quickly to climate change, according to the New England Aquarium. So I could see why the bias on that side is there. Now, this is something I do have a little bit of experience in. I was a sonar technician in the Navy. I know so much about how sound travels in water. They gave me 3 credits of oceanography. Now, do I know about whales? No, of course not. But I know how sound travels in water and how the currents move. And essentially, the way that everything is going, we're getting more water in it. And it is essentially, for my side as the sonar side of it, it's desalinizing the northern side. As far as this whale's concerned, it is allowing that whale to actually travel the Northwest Passage. I mean, there are songs about us sailor songs about how the Northwest Passage is just impossible to cross. And I guess there are whales that are doing it now because they are popping big old holes in the ice. Another topic that if you want to talk about, go ahead and give us a call, 847-931-1410. That was my blind spot for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be right back from these messages, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Top 10 Tuesday and some more local news about the Fox River Valley. You're listening to AM 1410 WRMN. I am Dennis Sonar Green. Be right back.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrol patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. It's heating up at El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville. Fuel up with authentic recipes from all over Mexico, made fresh daily. Cocktails using the freshest fruits, or your choice of many craft beers go great with the delicious menu. After you fill up with dinner, hit the dance floor and dance the night away with the sizzling salsa dancing on Latin Saturdays, where DJs play the hottest hits. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of a radio shopping show.
WRMN has proudly served the Fox River Valley for over 70 years. We're located at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Right next to Studio 14 is our store known as the Redemption Center. You are always invited to stop by and see us to live large for less. The Redemption Center is the place to pick up your on-air orders, shop for certificates, and grab some brochures to learn about what we have to offer. Our Redemption Center phone number is 847-741-7700.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left, then it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a huge variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes and buys top quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting food. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fast. Visit beefvilla.com.
Take your family out or meet up with a friend for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Elgin IHOP, located at 101 Randall Road by the theater. They're open for dining 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stop in at 3 p.m. for happy hour with discounted meal deals for early birds starting at just $6. You can choose from breakfast choices like the pancake sundaes or juicy burgers or maybe a classic burrito bowl. Check out the menu at ihop.com today.
WRMN 1410. Thank you very much for listening on the AM dial. What's that? You're not listening on the AM dial? Well, where are you? Are you listening to the app? Oh, no, you're not listening to the app. Are you listening to the stream on the website, WRMN1410.com? No? Oh, my goodness. Then you must be on the YouTube stream. Thank you. I'm glad that we could walk through that mystery together. All of the different places you can hear WRMN and more to come. Of course, you can always listen to WRMN right out in the street. That's right. 14 Douglas, right here in Elgin. You can hear us right out in the street. I'll set up a chair for you. I'll even pour you a cup of coffee. That's a lot of times why I go to break, just so that I can pour a nice cup of coffee for myself and a couple other listeners. And then, of course, I've got to come right back and talk to you lovely people right here. We're checking in with the YouTube stream, like we said. Kathleen Edwards, amen. Love all WRMN's innovative blended blended innovations. That's right, blended. I come from the multiple different, skills and strategies and everything else. In the Navy, you were always a sailor first, and then you had your specialty in everything else. So at the end of the day, we all have to have something else and rely on each other out there. Because I can't call the police while I'm out to sea. I can't call the fire department while I'm out to sea. I can't call the plumber. I can't call the electrician. We are the electricians. We are the plumbers. We are the firefighters right there. So for me, I believe the more versatile you can be in your position, the better off you are just in general of understanding how your own position works well. If there's something that I can do that takes me 30 seconds, but it saves you 15 minutes in your process, my goodness, why am I not doing that 30-second thing for you? So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget, Top 10 Tuesday. We went through the first 3. That's right, Sweet Basil Cafe, Lifeline HVAC in Dundee, and Lake in the Hills Tattoo. We've also got AAM's Small Engine Repair in Elgin. Make sure that you've got those generators up and running. We are coming to the end of the seasons and things like that. Hopefully the weather starts changing. I am rooting for spring. That groundhog better be right. But if you still need a few small engines, maybe you're getting your dirt bikes put together or your four-wheelers or anything like that, go ahead and check out your small engines. We've got a caller. Hello, caller. Thank you very much for being out to lunch with me, Dennis Sonar Green.
Hey, how you doing, Dennis? It's downtown Jose. I'm enjoying the show.
Well, thank you, Jose. How have you been?
I've been good. I just got done taking my long bike ride. I'm winded and took care of my father, gave him some food.
But it's lunchtime all around the area, isn't it, sir?
Yes, sir. There's so many places you can go. But I think, Dennis, in my opinion, you want a beautiful, good Reuben sandwich, go to Elgin Public House. I don't know if anyone said that before because I just got home, but Elgin Public House got a good Reuben sandwich.
I'm going to have to check that out. We made the announcement of a retiring that's happening over there. The ownership is fully retiring now, and we're hoping to maybe see if our first out to lunch maybe be somewhere in this area. I don't want to spill all of the beans, Jose. Why are you twisting my arm, man? We got cats that we got to keep in bags around here.
No, maybe a good send off, because it's a good restaurant. And
well, I appreciate the suggestion. Anywhere I can get a Reuben and a Guinness, that's definitely extra points.
And I like that story when Bob called, when you said you were a submarine master listener in the ocean, and then Bob said, "Well, we were listening to you too." That just made me so laugh. I said, "Sue, did you get that?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Never mind. She wasn't listening, but I always listen to the radio station, Dennis, and that made me laugh. It made me laugh so hard. Man.
Oh, exactly. They just got to listen up the whole time, or we just listen down.
I told Sue, turn it up, girl. What do you mean? Turn it up. Turn the volume up so I can hear.
Well, that's the thing that everybody asks me since I did go to sub school. There's an extra couple weeks after boot camp where they teach you how to be a submariner, and it's submariner. We're not submariners. Submariner, right? So we had to do a whole nother boot camp on that, and everybody asked me, is like, well, how deep does a submarine go? And I'm like, that's classified. No. How deep does a submarine go? It's like, well, I don't want to lose a secret clearance. No. How deep does it go? And I say, you know what? It can go down all the way to the bottom, once.
Yes.
So that's about it. But thanks for calling in, Jose. What'd you guys have for lunch?
I had pizza, leftover Dennis pizza, and Psychic Susan had pizza with her people in the building. There's a lady that takes them out, for pizza. So we both had pizza, but we weren't just together. But it's okay. We communicated. I just told her, "Are you full?" Yes, all right. That's all. That's good. You're full.
That's it. That's all that matters. We make sure everybody's got full bellies around here. And if we've both got full bellies and a nice place to sleep tonight, mission accomplished. That's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Looking forward to the lunch out, the first one, and you guys are doing a great thing. And hello, Dino, if you're listening. And God bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
That was Jose. You feel free to call in as well, 847-931-1410. The studio is always open, even if there's not anybody driving the ship. We'll still see you call in there. And don't forget to check out Matt. Matt is still over at the Redemption Center. He'll be over there all the way until 3. And that's right, you can even call him, visit him, shake his hand, give him a fist bump, high fives, however you want to do it. You could call in 847-741-7700 or come in and see him 16 Douglas. We're on this side of the street with the 16. Yes, that's exactly right, 16 Douglas. And if you want to give him a call, 847-741-7700. We've only got a little bit of time left, and we talked about this even in the beginning of it, of voting. That's right, Sandy had already let us know that she voted. I hope you voted too. It is Super Tuesday, but Sonar, what does Super Tuesday mean? Why do they call it such? What is so great about this Tuesday? Well, if you want to look at one of my favorite outlets, The Hill, nice down the center, they actually stole an article from the AP that says, what is Super Tuesday? It's all about the delegates. Here's a look at the numbers. More than 1/3 of the total delegates available in both the Republican and Democratic presidential primaries will be awarded on Super Tuesday when 16 states and 1 U.S. territory hold presidential nominating contests. That's right. It's all about the numbers. Super Tuesday is so big because most of the delegates are won at this time. On the Republican side, 854 of the 2,429 will be at stake on Super Tuesday, which is traditionally the biggest day on the presidential primary calendar when it comes to the number of states holding presidential primaries and caucuses, as well as the number of delegates in play. What does that mean? Oh my goodness. What this means is there are a lot of states that are voting, and that puts it into a big old Super Tuesday, into where all of these delegates are going to be awarded to somebody, and it's going to get a big boost. Obviously, it doesn't matter for Joe Biden. The DNC, I guess, doesn't like competition, and we'll have a whole nother discussion about that. But essentially, the Republican side, it is big because this is where somebody is thinking, or most people are reporting that Nikki Haley might drop out if former President Donald Trump takes over. The Democrats will award 1,420 delegates, also more than 1/3 of those at stake in all. Nobody will lock up the nomination on Super Tuesday, but each party's front runner can get pretty close. Former President Donald Trump, who has won every presidential contest in which he's appeared on the ballot, has earned 122 delegates, needs 1,093 more to hit his magic number of 1,215. Once he receives that many, he will have won the majority of available delegates to the Republican convention this summer and will be considered the party's presumptive nominee. That's it. We've got contests. I want more people out there voting, more people running, more people in local and also national side. You got to get that experience somewhere from the national side, and you might as well grab it from the local. Be involved, be a more informed citizen. That about does it for us here on the Out to Lunch with WRMN. We hope to soon to be out to lunch. Don't forget, Matt is coming in later on this evening at 3. And don't even think about missing the first shift with Marky B, the cornerstone crown jewel of this organization that we've got over here as far as shows go. And we appreciate everybody that has been listening to us on this side of the world. You've been listening to AM 1410 WRMN, or you've been listening to the app, or you've been listening on the website, or you've been watching on YouTube, or you've been doing everything else to come in here. Oh, hey, you out there in the street, yeah, thank you for listening too. We'll be right back tomorrow with more Out to Lunch and more local WRMN Fox River Valley programming. Thanks for listening.
Radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410 Elgin time, 2 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Kane County making sure everyone's aware of their monthly meetings of the board or board committees. They're held on the second floor of the Building A at Kane County Government Center, 719 South Batavia Avenue in Geneva. The executive meeting March 6th, the county board on March 12th, Human Services on March 13th, and you can find the full list of meetings at countyofkane.org. Indian Prairie Educational Foundation inviting you to join